How is it possible that an elite military force like the US Delta Force can abduct a country's president from his residence, surrounded by his army and heavy security, in just a few moments? Yet the same force fails completely to reach the resistance leadership in Gaza during a 2-year-long campaign. The answer was as follows. This question points to a deep and complex reality in modern military history. How could the same force that infiltrated the heavily fortified presidential palace in Caracas to capture President Maduro struggle to achieve its objectives in Gaza, even after 2 years? Military analysts cite several fundamental reasons that make Gaza an unsolvable puzzle for Delta Force and similar elite units. The first reason is intelligence. The success in Venezuela relied on internal betrayal. The state institutions, regular armies, and the political system often lose loyalty under economic sanctions and external pressure. U.S. agencies had access to President Maduro's every move, even his bedroom. In contrast, Gaza's resistance is built on a secretive network of small, autonomous cells, many of which don't fully know each other. The information does not pass through phones or the internet but via human couriers, face-to-face, underground, and through simple clandestine systems. This turned Gaza into a sealed room for American intelligence. The second major factor is terrain. No matter how fortified Caracas's presidential palaces are, they exist above ground, fully exposed to satellites, thermal sensors, and aerial surveillance. Operations there were akin to precise surgical strikes. The fight in Gaza, however, takes place underground. The tunnel network, known as the Gaza Metro, renders drones, planes, and advanced technology virtually useless. Even U.S. forces know that entering these tunnels is almost suicidal, with death lurking around every corner. The third reason is ideology. In Venezuela, even the most trained security personnel protecting the president are ultimately government employees. Under heavy bombardment or major attacks, many may prioritize saving their own lives or surrendering. This happened in several instances, where panic spread due to explosions. In Gaza, resistance leaders are surrounded by people driven by the spirit of martyrdom. Recent military reports indicate that whenever U.S. or Israeli special forces attempt to approach, they suffer severe losses. Because Palestinian fighters do not retreat, they fight to the last bullet. In such an environment, abducting someone alive is practically impossible. The fourth and most fundamental reason is the difference between a state and non-state resistance. The U.S. excels at dismantling state systems, because a state has a central structure and move the leader, and the entire system shakes. Gaza's resistance, however, is not centralized. It is a struggle rooted deep in society. Capturing or killing one leader does not end the movement. It often intensifies it. This is why, despite spending billions of dollars, the U.S. and its allies could not present a clear picture of victory in Gaza. In summary, the U.S. succeeded in Venezuela because it faced a weak, internally hollow system. In Gaza, it confronted a resistance wall, fortified in land, population, and ideology. In Venezuela, success was a demonstration of force. In Gaza, failure proves that even the most advanced technology is powerless against unwavering human determination and extraordinary resolve.